Hello, welcome to the video show. I'm Mark from Red Book Productions. Today we're going to be talking about the 3 videos you should always film at your franchise conference. So if you're running a franchise, you've got a franchise conference, you've got all your franchisors all in one place, there's a number of things you should be doing. The number one type of video you should be getting is franchisee testimonials. This because you can ask different franchisees a number of questions, and depending on the amount of people that you question, you can maybe get tens or hundreds of little videos from these questions, as well as the longer form videos as well. So if I was doing a franchisee testimonial, I would be asking the following and maybe a few more questions on top of these. Who are you and where is your franchise based? What were you doing before you joined the franchise? You want to show if there's a correlation between your franchisees and if they were all doing similar things or if they're all from various backgrounds. So people that are watching that will find that interesting and maybe paint themselves into that picture that your franchise is. What made you look into franchising? So what made you look into franchising rather than going it alone? Why did you choose this franchise in particular? So you might have other franchises that do similar things or that have similar offerings or similar ways of life. Why do they choose your one in particular? What's the training like and what's the support like? So what's the initial training like and then what is the ongoing support like? For people that have been doing it for a little while, they'll remember the training. It might have changed a bit since they did the training, but for different people, that shows different things that are all positive. So if they've been doing it a while and the training's changed, it shows that you're well established. If they've just started, they've got a fresher view of what the training was like. And for the people that have been doing it a bit longer, they maybe need less support. And for the people that have just started, they've really got a lot of hand-holding just when they first start. What is a typical day like? And I would make sure this is quite a detailed answer with this one. So don't be afraid to really go through exactly what happens in a typical day from when they get up to when they go to bed. You can always cut things out of that, but if you've got a clear view of what happens day to day, I think that's a really powerful thing to do as well. And I would, at the end of a franchise conference, look to make a full day in the life of a franchisee type video for particular franchisees as another video option. I think this is a really powerful type of video to make. What makes a successful franchisee? How has being a franchisee changed or impacted on your life? So how are things before? Did you have expectations that you were expecting before you came in, and has that happened or has that not happened? What's your work-life balance like? A lot of people join franchises and become franchisees purely to get a better hold on their work-life balance. And why would you recommend this franchise? And I think throughout that, if there's any questions that come up, ask those questions as well. So if there's an answer that leaves you with a burning question at the end of it, do ask that question. I think that's really important. The next type of video I would make at a franchise conference is a highlights reel and just showcase what's going on at the conference. I think that's a really an obvious thing to do. And this is a video that could be edited really quickly and easily, get it out a few days after the conference is finished, just so everyone's there can share it to their networks as well. And then keynote and leadership clips. I think get talking to the people that are running the franchise, people in head office, the franchisor, and talk to them about what the franchise offering is like, what the conference is like, what's happening, and really get some really good questions in there. And there's loads of other options for repurposing that content as well. A bonus idea as well I've put down, and I've started doing this at a number of conferences recently that I've done, is to shoot podcasts at the conferences. So have a number of franchisees just sat around the table all talking about their experience. Doesn't have to be a long podcast. It could be 10, 15 minutes conversation, but it's really good way to get long form content. And once you've got that long form content, there's some really good short little clips you can get off the back of it as well. So that's my ideas for if you're doing a franchise conference. Those are the kind of things that I would get off the back of it in terms of video. Also, there's photography and stuff off the back of that as well that I would really recommend. If you've got any questions, or if you've got some ideas, or you're running a conference and want to ask me some questions about it, feel free to message me in the comments below. And I'll see you next time in the next episode of the video show. Bye.